Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to All Things Football. The second show in 2 days will see us talk about Manchester United in United Talk. Tonight, we're going to be going over the Champions League match against Atalanta, which will include the lineups, the predicted score, how we think we're going to play. And we're going to also briefly go over the match against Tottenham, in which we saw Manchester United win 3-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I think it's called. But, I mean, just before the episode started... Oh, gosh. We might as well start with the lineup for tonight.
Yeah. Anton doesn't actually know the lineups, but we'll go through it now. You kind of know it. I'm pretty sure you know that it's 3-5-2 again.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You
didn't know that? Okay, I said yesterday that Ollie's not changing 3-5-2 until he loses in that formation. So 3-5-2, De Gea in goal. Middle centre-back is Varane. Left centre-back, Maguire. And obviously, there's no Lindelof.
I didn't know there was no Lindelof.
Yeah, no Lindelof. He didn't travel with the squad. So we've got the return of Eric Bailly.
Yes!
That was my reaction. That was my reaction as well. Eric Bailly is back.
Oh, wait.
He's
so what's
back.
Lindelof injured or is he just not traveling?
I actually don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened, but Eric Bailly is finally back where he belongs. And then obviously left wing back, Luke Shaw, right wing back, Wan-Bissaka.
I would have expected Tellers to come in for the Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Tellers would play left wing back and then Shaw left centre back and probably have Varane and Maguire. But
I didn't think Luke Shaw would play at all.
Yeah, I didn't.
To be honest.
Yeah, and then midfield, obviously got McTominay and Pogba. Not Fred. Pogba is here. McTominay and Pogba, Fernandes, and obviously up front, Ronaldo and Rashford. I'm excited. I'm actually excited for the game.
You know what? Because you said we're going to go free at the back until we lose. One, that tells me Ollie knows his job is on the line. So that can only tell me that he's being told from above, look, these are the last couple of games you have a chance. If you mess up, international break is here, which gives us ample opportunity to go and replace the manager, give him time to settle in. That, you know, Zidane or Ten Hag or just someone. So he's gone with the three at the back, obviously. But what I don't like about this three at the back formation is that he eliminates what's his name? Jadon Sancho, Diallo, kind of Martial, because you're gonna have Rashford ahead of Martial, you're gonna have Cavani in front of Martial. I guess the big one is just Sancho there because you buy a winger.
Yeah, and then not using him.
But you can. But if you're going to play three at the back, there's multiple different formations you can play that are three at the back. Conte at Chelsea. Yeah. I think 3-4-3 would suit this team a little bit better because of the wingers we have at our disposal. You can still play Rashford and Ronaldo. You can still play Fernandes. You can play Fernandes and McTominay in the middle. You don't.
That's the thing. The 3-4-3 is a flat two in midfield and.
So is the 3-5-2 though?
No, it's not. Our 3-5-2 is kind of like a 2 and a 1. Fernandes is still playing number 10. Or it can be a 1 and a 2. We'll see how we line up today. Whether it's Pogba and Fernandes in the 8 and McTominay in the 6, or we have 2 6s and a 10.
You think it's going to be one in the 6? That would be interesting.
Could be either. But Fernandes, we saw on Saturday, he was in the 10. He was still playing number 10.
Oh,
and obviously Fred and McTominay went midfield.
I'm thinking about Bailly, man. We're not playing three at the back. It's 5 at the back because we've got 2 fullbacks as wing backs.
It's 5-3-2, 3-5-2. I feel like they're the same thing, kind of, basically.
It's still confusing and annoying to me that he's having to switch to formation because of the. Look, I didn't want Conte. I think I said it on here. I didn't want Conte because I don't think he is the right fit for Manchester United. But if you're playing a three at the back, then you have to go for Conte, surely. You know, you have to make sense of the situation. And at the moment, the situation still doesn't make sense because you have a manager here who's not played the 3-5-2 or the three at the back very much, only in very specific situations over his time as Manchester United manager. And now he's playing it out of necessity, I guess, because he's panicking.
He did it because he heard the Conte rumors and he had to do it. He had to show everyone that he can do it.
But that's the thing
and
with
Conte is not needed.
That's the thing with Ollie that annoys me. You've done the same with McFred. You've done the same with Donny van der Beek. You're doing the same with the three at the back now. So when we win 3 or 4 games with this three at the back, surely he has to stick to that formation for the rest of his time, because that must be his best formation.
Yeah, as I said, he's not changing it until he loses in that formation. Then he'll revert back to 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, runs quick with these questions, and I love it.
Why is changing a formation a problem? You have
It's
to be agile in life. If it's not working, try something else.
But why is it taking him 3 seasons to try something else? That's my question. Why have you let it get this bad before you go to 3 at the back? And if you're only going to 3 at the back because you're linked to a manager who specializes in 3 at the back, this can't be his best formation. Otherwise, he would have been playing it before. And if we were playing the best formation before getting results, then we wouldn't be in this situation. He clearly still doesn't understand what his best team is, what his best formation is, and what his best tactics are, because he's still chopping and changing. There's a difference between changing like Sir Alex when he was winning stuff, but you could sense that the other teams were catching up to you. So you had to change your team, the slight tactics, the backroom stuff. To Ollie, who never got anywhere, really, and is changing stuff because his job's on the line. And it's almost like he's flicked through the FIFA formations and just thought, that looks good, let me try it with the players that I have. But you know what I mean?
If Ollie really knew that he's going to do this formation, why, as he said earlier in the show, Sancho, who'd spent the past 2 years trying to signed him for 74 million, and now he's just on the bench and he's not going to fit into this formation. Donny van der Beek, he might as well leave. He should just leave the club. He's just been disrespected, and Sancho is soon probably going to follow if we do continue with this formation. Big Ron says, forget the past, it's about right now. FIFA formations. Yeah.
That's what it seems like, for me at least.
But it's good to see Bailly, as you said in the start. Eric Bailly is back. What do you think he's going to bring to the team?
Pace, strength, ruthlessness. The things that Lindelof doesn't possess enough for me. I like Lindelof. I think he's... I'm going to say...
It seems that Anton's frozen. I don't know who's frozen. I think Anton's frozen, but he was talking about Bailly compared to Lindelof. Don't know if you guys can still hear me, or is it me, or is it Anton? Someone let me know in the comments. Anton's frozen. Okay, I'll continue. Yeah, he was talking about Lindelof. I think Lindelof is a great centre back. He has that partnership with Rashford. You know, when we play 4-2-3-1 and Rashford's on the left wing, Rashford always makes that run from out to in, and Lindelof is always able to find him. Anton just told me that his connection has gone off in this area, but I'll continue. I hope Bailly picks up that Zapata and he is a handful. Yeah, I think Bailly is going to come in and just prove himself. That's all he can do. He just has to prove himself this game, because there were rumours that after the Leicester game, Bailly was questioning Solskjaer's management and why Solskjaer picked the likes of Maguire, who was injured and came back and had a very poor game, when Bailly is fully fit on the bench, having just played in an AFCON or World Cup qualifier. So I'm sure Bailly, yeah, I hope he does reclaim that spot, because if we're to play 3 at the back going forward, I'd want it to be Varane, probably Bailly, but then Maguire's never going to get dropped. So it'd probably be between Bailly and Lindelof, even though I believe that Maguire deserves to be dropped. He shouldn't be starting games when he's been having bad performances. Yeah, Lindelof's distribution Yeah, moving forward, the wing-backs, Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw. I don't know about you guys, but last game, I think Wan-Bissaka, he slotted into that system very well. I was saying that maybe his attacking, we all know his attacking abilities aren't the best. But when you play in a 3-5-2, the wing-backs they're the ones who have most of the ball because they have so much space out wide. So they get on the ball a lot. And Wan-Bissaka was getting on the ball a lot in that game. And he was driving forward with the ball. Yes, his final pass wasn't the best, but he was getting on the ball, trying to make things happen, the same as Shaw. And I'm actually surprised Shaw started today. I thought Telles might start. Telles usually plays in the Champions League. However, I guess Shaw is going to be playing 2 games this week. Probably come off a bit earlier. I think Telles will probably come on later in the game. But yeah, Wan-Bissaka, even when there was a chance against Spurs where Son was through on goal, he had beat Varane for pace, obviously Maguire for pace, but Wan-Bissaka came out of nowhere and managed to get back and tackle Son and block the shot. And that is something that we know Wan-Bissaka is fast, but no one really talks about it. He is rapid. Son is probably really fast, one of the fastest wingers. And Wan-Bissaka was able to get back and just block the cross like it was nothing. He just makes everything seem so easy. So if Shaw had the amount of space and chances Wan-Bissaka had, would have scored 5+ goals. Yes, it's true. Shaw's distribution is obviously much better than Wan-Bissaka. His crosses are better. We saw the assist to Ronaldo in the last Champions League game from Shaw. Pinpoint cross, and that's what Ronaldo thrives off. And the good thing is now we're playing with 2 strikers. So even if it was Cavani and Ronaldo and Rashford, if you get the balls in the box, it'll fall to one of those 2 players. And I'm sure that they will they'll score. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka does this week in, week out. But obviously his faults, his bad stuff gets highlighted much more than what he does day in, day out. Yes, Anton, is your power back on? Seems like he's not back. But yeah, as I was saying about Wan-Bissaka, like everything that's good of him doesn't get highlighted, but it's the one bad pass, one bad cross he does is obviously what gets highlighted. And obviously we as fans expect so much more. We have such high expectations for what we want. And moving on to the midfield, got McTominay and Pogba. I think those 2 will be like in a 2 holding with obviously Pogba and Fernando. I don't know if it'll be 2 holding. It could either be a 2 holding like this, and then Fernandes in the 10, or it could be 1 holding with just McTominay and Pogba and Fernandes in the 2 ahead. I'm not too sure what obviously the game plan is, but I want to highlight McTominay. Last game, McTominay was, I think, man of the match. Yes, Ronaldo scored a great goal, got an assist, but McTominay, he dominated that midfield. Yes, it was against a poor Spurs side, but McTominay was actually dominant. It was as if he was playing like Pogba. The way he was winning the ball, he was just strong on the ball, turning out, receiving on the half turn, wanting to play forward, and it was like he was just rejuvenated. It was just a different McTominay. I haven't seen him play like that before, and he was obviously pivotal in the second goal that we scored against Spurs, through winning the ball back after a poor touch from I think it was Skip from Spurs. And it's just that reading of the game, being there ready to pounce on a poor touch. And I think today he could be pivotal again. I think when McTominay is playing in that kind of way, that kind of form, it frees up Pogba to have the license to go much higher up the pitch and impact the game in the attacking half. Binron, you saying that there's a lack of mobility in the pivot of Scott and Pogba. Lucky it's not a Prem game. Yeah, but Anton is still not. No. This comment, no. I think no. I saw McTominay doing stuff that I've never seen him do. Wait, let me see what Anton's saying. No, I was saying that I saw McTominay doing things that I've never seen him do. He was literally turning. He was receiving the ball and just turning out straight away. He wasn't just receiving it and going backwards. I think he was. I don't know. Maybe he still got an agenda against McTominay. I don't know. But what I saw from McTominay, I've never seen him play like that. Maybe that's probably why. Maybe I've lowered my standards because I've never seen him do that, and because he's done it, maybe I think it's out of this world. But you go back to this point. There's a lack of mobility in the pivot with Scott and Pogba. I get what you mean, because Scott is really and truly a number 8. He's not a number 6, and Pogba is also someone who should be playing much higher up the pitch, not just. Yeah, Pogba plays in the 2 for France, and he can do that, but I think he should be a bit higher. He's not necessarily a number 6. He's better when he plays a bit higher. Like when he started the season left wing, yeah, he shouldn't be playing left wing, but he should be playing much higher up the pitch. Not maybe a 10 or maybe just an 8. And obviously McTominay is an 8 naturally. He's not a number 6. So I guess what you mean. I guess I get what you mean when you say there's lack of mobility, and that maybe Pogba and Fred, there's more mobility in that midfield. Yeah, I think that's crazy, because I literally thought he had a great game. I'm actually just being honest, because I want to give credit where credit's due, and I think he deserved the credit that game. Ollie also said it. Maybe me and Ollie see things in the same way. Ollie said that Scott was man of the match, but I definitely don't see things in the same way as Ollie. I definitely don't. Anton, you're back.
Well, there we go. Look, I don't know how long I'm going to be back for. Internet is on and off. Electricity went, so I've never experienced it before. So I might cut out again.
Got big roses.
No, the whole road was black. There was no streetlights or anything.
No, we're talking about McTominay. I was thinking that McTominay had a great game against Spurs.
He only had a good game because he was protected by the rest of the team, in my opinion. He had a decent game because he didn't do much wrong, but I don't think there's much you could have done wrong on Saturday against Spurs. They were decent. Skip wasn't the best in the midfield. I like Højbjerg. I think that's how I say his name, but he didn't have the best of games. He was playing next to Fred as well. Look, they've got 2 people doing one man's job, so effectively they should never ever look like they're playing bad. But because of the quality of player that they are, it does look like they're playing bad. But I just don't know.
That's probably why I think he played well, because my expectations of him are so low.
It's a mixture.
When he does something good, it makes it seem like, oh, it's out of this world.
It's a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when
he turned, he just received the ball in half turn, and I was like, wow, he didn't just stop the ball and do that thing on the ball, which he always does. He actually received it on the half turn and tried to play forward. So that's why I was trying to give him praise.
I know
he did that.
For the Rashford goal, he was important. He was the one who gave the ball to Matic. Maybe a couple of weeks ago, instead of playing the ball with the outside of his foot to Matic, he would have took the really safe option and just gone back. But obviously, the events of last week, like the match against Liverpool, it would have affected things. Like players, obviously, and managers, obviously, they see the media. Everyone's on Twitter. They have some sort of connection to the social media world. So they will be seeing all the criticism that they're getting. Ollie especially would have been made known, what was said about him, his tactics, his lack of tactics, and he would have been instructed his players to do certain things. Now, one problem that we have had in the midfield with Matic in the past, but now McTominay and Fred, is their lack of wanting to play the ball forward. And it has impacted the team, but last match against Tottenham, we definitely saw a change in that. The balls were just going forward. Now, I don't know if that's definitely because of what I just said or the change of formation. might have been the change of formation because you have more players. You have 3 people that just sit at the back. Then effectively the rest of the team is on the attack. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, 3 at the back formation working out. But he did look better. Definitely wasn't my man of the match. I think he was only man of the match because he was on the ball so much. But you always are on the ball so much if you play that position in that formation.
Yeah, we'll see next to him today. Pogba's going to be partnering him. I expect Pogba to have a big impact in the game today. He came off the bench last game. Really shouldn't be starting on the bench in the Champions League. You don't put your best players on the bench. That's just disrespectful. And again, Pogba's going to leave because he's just being disrespected at this club. But aside from that, he came on last game against Atalanta, changed the game changer. So I expect him to have an impact. But I won't be surprised if he doesn't. Because maybe in his head he's feeling like, what's the point?
We're playing against the Italian Leeds. I don't think he can have a bad game. The game's going to be so open. He's going to have freedom. Him and Fernandez. Okay, the way I see it working out tonight is you're going to see exceptional performances from Fernandez, Ronaldo, especially Rashford because of his pace, and Pogba. If those 4 players are going to shine bright in this team tonight because you're playing at Atalanta. They're in their home stadium. They play like Leeds. They play right into our hands. They're playing at home, so they're going to have more confidence. When teams play at home, it's almost like you have to play your way. Unless
they won't change their way. Be honest, they won't.
I expect nothing less than a 8 out of 10 performances from those 4 players that are named. And I say especially Rashford because the ball's through, the ball's over the top, and the openness of the game is going to fit perfectly into his hands. Couple of goals for him, couple of goals for Ronaldo at the very, very least, I expect from this match.
Yeah, Ronaldo's getting a hat-trick. Rashford's getting a brace, and Sancho will come on and score a big run.
Sancho's not coming on.
Sancho's coming on.
Nah, he's not coming on. The way I see it, unless the formation changes to a 3-4-3, Sancho's not coming on because he's not going to take Fernandez off for Sancho.
No, once we're in the lead, he can take off players second half. Rest him for the derby.
Sancho's not a central striker.
Maybe we revert to 3-4-3. Maybe they've worked on that in training because you don't bring him on the bench just to sit on the bench. Sancho's been playing in the Champions League this season. Yes, he's been coming off the bench, but he's still been playing. So I do expect him to play.
I don't know. It's going to be an open game. There's going to be a few bookings. It's going to be like
what they can do is take off, if we're winning, take off Fernandez, bring on Fred. Take off Ronaldo, bring on, let's say,
I don't want to see Fred.
Take off Ronaldo, bring on Sancho. Take off Rashford, bring on Greenwood, and then that's a 3-4-3.
Greenwood, that's the name I forgot at the beginning when I was talking.
Because then you go to 3-4-3, Greenwood up front. Maybe even bring on Telles. I don't know who can play left wing. So how many subs? Is it 5 subs? If it's 5 subs, then you can make those changes. I don't know.
Is it 5 subs in the Champions League? I feel like it is. I know that Premier League.
Yeah, because I feel like we made I think we made quite a few subs last game. So if that's the case, then you can revert to a 3-4-3. Say we're in the lead and it's comfortable. Why not experiment 3-4-3? Can work. So Pogba, I don't know. We'll see, because sometimes this is because his whole time at United has been very inconsistent. So that's probably why I say it. But we'll have to wait and see.
I think we're going to win this game quite comfortably. It's going to be end to end and an exciting game. And this is hope Sancho does well for us this game or the next. My criticism of him has been for his performances in United shows the farthest quiet his quality. Yeah. Obviously I want him to do well. I'm a big Sancho fan even before he was at Manchester United. It's just really confusing and unfortunate that he's come into the club now with all of this chopping and changing and the speculation surrounding the manager and whatnot. So he's definitely going to come good, because at the end of the day, when you're a quality player, your quality does shine through. and he can only get better from here. He's 21 years old. He's been lighting up Europe. And honestly, I don't expect Solskjaer to be here for that longer. Once a new manager comes in with any sort of common sense, Sancho plays. And that's... And full disrespect to Oli.
Don't get your hopes up.
You never know. You never, ever know.
If he's still here after the 5-0 and the poor performances we have, then he's just... It's inevitable that he's staying.
Nah.
But yeah, going back to the Spurs game, we wanted to talk about Conte.
Yeah. From what I'm reading and seeing all this from the sources and whatever, we were never actually in for him. He was in for us, if that makes sense. I think I said it on the show. I can't even remember if I said it on the show just before. We're playing a 3 at the back formation. That's Conte's formation. He's the master at it. So the fact that Ollie's gone to that now is almost like a kick in the teeth for the Manchester United fans and the people that wanted him out, especially. Conte's gone to Tottenham, obviously. 18-month contract, which I think is massive, because all that tells me is that we could have had him on an 18-month contract. And I know Ollie came in to settle the ship, and he did, but he made it rock again. And Conte would have come in to settle the ship and actually picked up some treasure along the way. And then when he left, maybe we could have got the Zidane or the Ten Hag or whatever we needed there and then. But him going to Tottenham, it really does just make it more difficult for us to get top 4, because Tottenham have a good team. I know they're not playing well at the moment, but they
have an okay team. Then they're nothing to worry about.
I think they are. They have Conte. He wins wherever he goes, and you don't have that record and just suddenly go into a team and you're not going to win. Like, you're a good manager. You're a great manager because you've earned it, and you're a great manager because you've earned the respect and you've earned the titles. You've played with many different squads in different leagues and delivered wherever. He goes into Tottenham now. He has Kane, he has Son, he has Ndombele, he has Højbjerg, who I'm a big fan of. Japhet Tanganga, I think, is a good defender. I like him. He has Romero, who apparently was one of the better centre-backs in Serie A last season. He has Hugo Lloris, who World Cup winning captain. He has Reguilon, who we were in for, so he must be decent. He has a good team around him. In the January transfer window, he's definitely going to have a bit of money to play with and bring in some players that he trusts to make them even better. So, look, they're 2 points behind us. Now they've got Conte. That's just another manager that Oli has to battle with. Luckily, we played them before they got Conte. So that's one benefit. But it's going to be tough for us to get top 4 even now. We played 3 at the back last year. Remember that RB Leipzig game? We lost 3-2. Played Brown last year 3 at the back. Yeah, we've played 3 at the back before, and Ollie's played 3 at the back before in certain situations, some of which don't make sense to me. Don't know why we played 3 at the back against Leipzig.
Yeah, I will never forget that game. I can't forget that game. This is why I can't get my hopes up, because it's games like that. It's the Champions League last year, the way we went out of that competition. It's just unacceptable. I can't forgive Ollie for those things.
We beat PSG, then slapped Leipzig. Başakşehir here was a mess because the players obviously thought they were already through. And then we crumbled. And then it's almost like Ollie panicked and went 3 at the back. And then that's what kicked us out of the competition. But it raises questions of our scouting. Who is scouting our players? Ahmad, Donny, Sancho. Look, I don't think those are bad players to scout. Those are players that you would want to bring in. You have Ahmad there, 18 years old, I think, when we got him. One of the better wingers in his position for his age in that league. And he is a good player. Donny, Ballon d'Or, was it recommended? Or what's the word?
Future shortlist.
Shortlisted for the Ballon d'Or. Ajax went on that amazing Champions League run, and he was one of the more important cogs in that machine. And Sancho, I don't really need to say much on him. It's not the scouting at all. It's the manager. How are you going to scout those players, chase, especially Sancho, for so long, and then not play him? What makes sense there? Because nothing's making sense to me. It's almost like he has too many toys and he just doesn't know which ones to play with. so he's just making a mess and hoping that he finds the best one. I don't know. That's what I mean. When Oli goes, because he will go, those 3 players, hopefully before January, because I want Donny to stay.
I don't even know. Obviously, we need to win today, which we will, and I believe we'll win on Saturday against City, just because we always do. That's just what we do. So for now, his job is safe, and I think the only time we'll see anything change is at the end of the season. To be honest, there's nothing going to happen. There's nothing going to happen during the season. But say we get to the end of the season and we have won a trophy. Do you think he stays, or do we go for a Ten Hag or a Zidane?
Go for Ten Hag or Zidane. I don't care if he wins one trophy or not. The only trophy I'll take is the Champions League. Even if he wins the Premier League, I want him gone. I've actually had enough.
If he wins the Prem, you're not going to say you want him gone.
No, I'll say no. I'm being serious because I've had enough. Because all it takes. We've been on we have the record for the away undefeated run. We have that record. We have the 15 game win streaks. We have all of that. That's all it takes. Because teams are dropping points in the Premier League this year because everyone is getting good. So imagine we go on win 15 or 16 games in a row.
It can happen. So if you win the league, I'm Oli in.
Why would you be Oli in? Because the same thing's going to happen next season.
Because
he's a repeat offender. He gets out of jail and goes back.
It's the league.
It doesn't matter.
It's the league, and the fact that maybe he's learned. Because if you've gone from where we were to now go and win the league, it's just that he's already learned.
No, but let me ask you a question. If you think he's learned, what have you not learned about his career at Manchester United so far? Because we've seen him when he first came in, you got the 10 games. Everyone was like, give him the contract. You got the contract. Boom, you crash. Then we've seen him pick himself back up. Another 10 games or whatever. Win. Draw, win, lose. Gets gassed. Drops off again. We've seen him do it again and again and again. If he wins the Premier League, all that's happened is that he's just gone on another run.
But then I just
want him at my club.
That's where I think maybe he's learned, because to win the Premier League, that's the hardest league to win. So the fact that if he was to win a league, it suggests that he's learnt a lot. And he's learned a lot. And if he's learned a lot, it means that I think he would stay, or he should stay if he wins the league.
Win us the treble and you stay. You can still win it. FA Cup, Champions League, and Premier League.
Well, that is never going to happen. Oli will never do that. But I believe if he gets his system, I believe he can win the league. But
if Zidane was here, I think
Oli,
he'd do it.
So he's not. So right now, he's not going to win the league. But if he was, if Oli are watching United become harder, confusing, and uncomfortable, leave the Oli at the door for 90 minutes and try and get behind the team. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I'm excited for the game. I'm excited for every game. Before every game, my predictions are very high. Like today, I'm predicting 3-0. The Liverpool game we played against Liverpool a few weeks ago, my prediction was 3-1 to us. But obviously, because I love the team so much, I support this team. My predictions are always high. I have high expectations, but then it's just crushed by Oli. So,
you know what?
This is what happens. This is how it is supporting this club right now.
There's nothing I want more than Manchester United to win every single match they play. And there's nothing I've appreciated more than Oli bringing that confidence back into me over the past couple of years. But as I said before, that confidence is slowly slipping away. And that's what I don't like. And that's where I draw the line. When I'm going into matches thinking we might actually not win it, that's where I'm just not happy. And I know we do win a lot of matches, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. Oli's taken me back to a place which Mourinho had me in, like in a chokehold, and I just didn't like it. And I'm slowly going back there.
But yeah, what is your? Did you say your score prediction for today?
I have no idea what my score prediction is. I feel like we're going to score probably, 4 or 5 goals. I think they're going to score as well. I'm going to go like 4-1, maybe 4-2.
They're not scoring.
Yeah, they score a lot. Atalanta score a lot of goals.
I'll change my prediction. 5-0.
I said 5-0.
5-0. They're not scoring goals. They're not scoring goals against our five defenders. They're not. We'll just hit them on the break. Rashford pace, done. Sweaty to Ronaldo.
Sweaty
Easy.
to Ronaldo. So sweaty like you're playing FIFA. Do you think football players say sweat it or pass it?
No, of course not.
I'm just telling Ronaldo to sweat
it. Square it. People say square it.
I say get it in the box.
But what I've always wondered, say on the picture of Ronaldo, what do you say when you want the ball from him? Do you say, Ronaldo here, down line Ronaldo?
If you don't mind, can you give me the ball, please, so I can shoot? That's what you say to him.
Free ball, don't shoot.
He probably swears his kid's life on you if you don't pass it to him.
When Ronaldo calls for the ball, you give him the ball.
You're legless in swim. You don't even know you passed it. Rashford's still running and about to shoot, and the ball's not there. Ronaldo's already put it in the back of the net. Ronaldo demands it. You can't demand the ball. I mean, you can. It's a team game. But would you almost, if it was you Ibs playing for Manchester United, would you even want to call for the ball from Ronaldo? Yeah.
Obviously, if I'm making a run, you can, like, aside from who he is, all the players are going to continue doing what they're doing. Like, if they're making a good run, you're going to call for the ball, whoever it is, you're always going to do that.
Right. Do you remember the Kaka video? Like, Kaka, cut it back.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're playing football, you don't really think about that. You just want the ball. So obviously that guy who's playing that five side of Kaka, he obviously just wanted the ball. He felt he was in a good position. You're gonna call for the ball. And obviously Kaka, you don't request the ball from Kaka. He just slotted it bins after that. We have Oli in charge for this game. Zidane, this or that. It was all speculation. You have no idea. They'll be successful United. We can be hypothetical, but anything is possible hypothetically. Fred's Ronaldo. Ronaldo probably doesn't even hear Fred's voice. He's got like a mute button in his head, and Fred's just muted.
That's hilarious. I can't. They must speak. They obviously speak Portuguese together. I don't know what passes in Portuguese. Actually, let me find out.
Passa, maybe. I don't know.
Pass.
Passa, man. I don't know.
Passa. Wow, you're kind of right. Like Chris, passa. You never get.
Chris is like, no, passa, no.
But shut up. Was it?
No, but Ronaldo, I think Ronaldo actually could get a hat trick today.
Puta madre, Flay.
Cállate, Fred, cállate.
I don't know what that means.
That means be quiet.
Oh,
that's Spanish though. Yeah, that's Spanish now.
Yeah, it'll be a convincing win. It won't. I don't expect any, 89th minute comeback. None of that. If that's happening again, the eyebrows should be raised. Maybe 4-1, 5-1.
If
they're gonna score.
If we go behind, I don't even know what to think. If we could start going like 2 goals behind again,
nah, that won't happen.
But yeah, kickoff is in 10 minutes. I need to go and warm my dinner and get ready to watch the game.
Oh wow!
And Big Ron mentioned a fan calling. Maybe we'll have to do that one time.
That'll be quite exciting, actually.
Yeah, like maybe after a game, like a big game, who knows, derby, but we'll see. Maybe we'll try to do that sometime. Yeah, it's going to be an open game. It should be a great game. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, Viva Ronaldo.
Viva Ronaldo. Goodbye, guys.